I'll never give up. I'm gonna fight for my baby until I take and breathe my last breath.
Adrian Gaynor Jr. was shot and killed in 2019. Investigators have now charged 22-year-old Hakeem Robinson with second-degree murder in his death. Robinson is a local rapper with gang ties who was already in jail, charged in a different murder.
For baby, bitch. I don't even know gang number. I bang baby, bitch. Who that nigga crying about in the song every day? Oh my Lord, why you had to take you 16?
I still don't sleep, I still don't eat, and they still don't bring my baby back.
Last week, Gaynor's family learned Hakeem Robinson, also known as a rapper named Ksoo, was charged in her son's 2019 murder. Gaynor was 16 years old.
I exhaled for the first time in 2 years. I could actually take a breath for the first time in 2 years.
I can finally get some sleep, knowing that they're out the street.
Yeah, baby! That's what baby did!
Yo, today on Famous Criminals, we are talking about the most ruthless gangster in all of Jacksonville. This guy has killed so many people, he might even kill me because I made videos about his ops. Like, yo, that's that Famous Criminals guy. Bam. But hey, the kids love him. He's a great role model and a great influence for the youth. My personal opinion on him is I think he needs Jesus, not this Jesus. I'm talking about Jesus, the guy that does the drywalling, because he can teach Ksoo how to drywall, and then he wouldn't have to kill people anymore. He also might need Slim Jesus. Now let me explain. Slim Jesus only talks about violence in his music, but he doesn't actually do anything violent. Now, as we all know from the last few videos I made, he is beefed with KTA, that includes Slugga, who he allegedly fought in jail, Mookie, and Fulio. Fulio and Ksoo used to be bro dogs, but that kind of went sour when he killed Fulio's lil homie Bibby. So Ksoo was the one who killed Bibby. Somebody snitched on him, and we all know that snitches get stitches. This snitch said the murderer was a large man with dreads named Ksoo. I don't think that's specific enough. I mean, we need DNA evidence. I mean, if only he left a sample of his hair next to the body. But you can't do that because it'll make your hair uneven. He pulled up to Bibby on Hilltop. Bibby ran, then tripped on the ground. Then Ksoo shot him in the back of the head. This is just what the witness said. The getaway vehicle was a gray Nissan Altima, and after he murdered Bibby, he made a bunch of songs dissing and he bragged about it on social media. Ksoo's next murder was somebody named Lil Buck. Ksoo popped him, the cops chased him, he crashed his used Nissan Altima in an apartment. I think the Nissan was stolen, but it's okay because he was insured by the General. Everyone in the car ran away. Two of the men broke into a woman's house to hide. The two men called Ksoo's father. They called his fucking father to pick them up. The woman identified the man in the house as Dominique Barner, and when Dominique was questioned by the police, he told them everything. And we mentioned DNA earlier, and unfortunately for Ksoo, they found guns in the crashed car, and they identified his fingerprints and some strands of his hair. Okay, so they all got arrested, including Ksoo's father. Ksoo has not been sentenced yet, but what do you guys think his punishment should be? A lot of people want him to be free. I mean, I guess he could do some community service, make a public service announcement against forest fires. I mean, we need to free Ksoo. We need to free Ksoo so he can start killing people again. That's a joke, by the way. I don't know if there's any possibility that he can beat these cases, especially the Lil Buck one, because there was DNA. I mean, it's super unlikely, but my question to the audience is, do you feel bad for Ksoo? Let me know. And by the way, Ksoo did reach out to Sean King on Instagram in hopes that Sean can help him beat this case, and Sean has yet to respond. But Sean, if you're watching this, then you should look into the Ksoo case. You can be the one to find out who framed Ksoo. It's a conspiracy. Peace.
Or neck as he continued trying to shield himself. After the murder, investigators say Robinson posted several photos and videos bragging about Gaynor's murder.
They tore up his grave, they spit on his grave, they urinated on his grave, they made fun of our rallies or whatever, they made fun of us marching, they mocked us every chance that they got.
Gaynor's nickname was Bibby. His mother says Robinson named an album after her son called Bibby Out. His picture is on the cover with several other murder victims that she says is a diss. Robinson also wrote about Gaynor in his songs, using the lyrics, "You know we smoke, little Bibby." What was that like seeing that?
Hell, that every video took my breath away. It took my family's breath away. My kids had to see that. My family had to see that.
I need justice. He's behind bars, but guess what? We still need justice.
Gaynor says she misses her son's smile and silliness. Now that there's an arrest, she will keep fighting until she gets justice for her son.